Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This time it is all about the Benjamins, or as I like to call it, the good version of Ride Along and Ride Along 2. You want to see how Ride Along 1 and 2 would be a good movie? This is the movie to see. But when this film came out in 2002, it did not do well. It fucking flopped. It flopped big time. It cost, let me see here. It says 15 million. It made about $26 million. Is that even all in the US or just worldwide? 25.9 million in the US on a $15 million budget. Foreign 390,000. So yeah, worldwide $26 million on a $15 million budget. So that fucking sucks. Like Ride Along 1 and 2 can get $100 million in the US alone, but this can't even get $25 million worldwide. Fucking bullshit. Came out in March, and pretty much what the flick is, Ice Cube is a bounty hunter. He wants to get out of the business. He wants to have a business of his own. He's chasing this guy, Mike Epps, who's a con artist. One day when he's chasing Mike Epps, they both stumble upon these bad guys dealing with these diamonds who shoot at Ice Cube, and Mike Epps hides in the bad guy's car. When the bad guys stop, Mike Epps has to escape, but he leaves his wallet behind. Now, why is that a big deal? Well, because his wallet had a lottery ticket, which him and his woman played by Ava Mendes, who she's been quite a few flicks. I don't know what she does nowadays, but she was in Ghost Rider, the first one. She was in Too Fast, Too Furious. And they both find out that the lottery ticket is a winner for like $60 million. So Ice Cube wants the guys who shot at him and to get back these diamonds. So maybe it'll help him start his own business. Mike Epps wants to find them to get this lottery ticket, so they work together, and comedy ensues. More of a comedy than an action film. There are little bits of action. I appreciate that the flick is R-rated. That's what Ride Along 1 and 2 should have been. They should have been rated R. I don't think they're rated R. If they are rated R, they're tame, but I think they are PG-13. I can't imagine them being rated R. Like, this is definitely rated R. There's a person at the end who gets a headshot. Well, near the end, fucking headshot that's brutal. Like, ooh, shit, really good practical blood script on someone's head. Like, oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Most of all, it's a comedy that's fucking funny. Unlike Ride Along 1 and 2, which is not funny. This is actually funny. Mike, Mike Epps, I do enjoy a lot more than Kevin Hart. Even to the point where he's saying the numbers of his lottery ticket to the guy working at the store. 15, 30, 37, 38. 45, 47. How much is it? 750. Oh, 750. It's 50, not 750. See, I'm gonna kick your ass. One time I saw you in a nursing home the other day, and I just go pop, pop, pop. Just hilarious stuff. The white around your lip. Even the beginning of the film, Ice Cube, we see him as a bounty hunter, and he takes on Anthony Michael Hall, which I was surprised Anthony Michael Hall does not have that big of a role. When I saw this way back in the day, I thought he was going to have a bigger role later in the film. No, he has this very brief role as a redneck with a Confederate flag watching a Bugs Bunny cartoon, and Ice Cube gets shot at by Anthony Michael Hall's lady who has a cast on, and by, I guess, Anthony Michael Hall's mother. and Ice Cube. Like the action here, I would say I enjoy more than Ride Along 1 and 2 because while it's nothing epic, it's nothing that you haven't seen before. At least there's a little bit more style to it, and I guess that's just Kevin Bray, the director. He's a director of music videos, so he has that music video style to it. Either you get annoyed by it or you don't. I thought it worked well for this kind of flick. And Kevin Bray, I think, went on to direct Walking Tall with The Rock. And I think he did a Cuba Gooding Jr. film I have not seen called Line Watch, and then he did a bunch of TV work. So he did not do too many movies. But certain usage of slow-mo or certain things he does style-wise, it is some people would view as MTV style, but not editing to the point of I can't understand what's going on, not that kind of thing. But yeah, I thought it made it a little bit more interesting visually than the ride-along films, which were not interesting visually at all. And Anthony Michael gets his head pushed into a fucking car window, and Ice Cube tasers him in the nuts. Before I go on, I should mention this DVD actually has. There's a DVD there with a booklet. It has features. It's in widescreen. Filmmaker commentary with director Kevin Bray and producer Matt Alvarez, which I didn't listen. I didn't hear much of it. One thing, from what I understand, there's a foot chase between Ice Cube and Mike Epps, and the filmmaker said one of their references was the foot chase in Point Break, because they really enjoyed the foot chase in Point Break. Shot caller from videos to features. They just talked to people who directed music videos and how they jumped to the feature world. Like the guy who worked on Next Friday and Dr. Dolittle 2, Brett Ratner, the guy who directed this. So they talked with a few directors. Then there's a feature on the making of this film, feature about the stunts, a gag reel, deleted scene, music video, 2 trailers, and a press kit. Which pretty much is stuff you would, like if this had notes in it, that's what you would be reading. Just to show people. There's Eva Mendes there. And this is the woman who Ice Cube likes, who she wants to be Ice Cube's partner. I'll just show you a little bit of that. The bad guys are there. They're nothing really the most memorable, but didn't bother me too much as it probably would or should in other movies. Because it was such a good time to watch. It was very entertaining. And Mike Epps, he's hilarious in this. Like, this white bitch was chasing me, looked like a Project Power Ranger. A Project Power Ranger chasing me all over the place. And I've never heard that before. Looked like a Project Power Ranger, but that was a good line. And I was talking about the directing. One of the examples I can give with that is when Mike Epps and Eva Mendes find out they won the lottery. And the director has a slow push into each of their faces, then both of their faces, as the song, money, 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 money. Just love the look on the two of them. I love the little push in. Made me laugh. And then you have a little montage of them celebrating before they realize that he lost the ticket. Oh, Lil Bow Wow. For those who are fans of Lil Bow Wow, he has a little cameo in this. His role is maybe 30, 40 seconds long, if that. I thought these two had wonderful chemistry with each other. They worked well on Next Friday as well. I think they had done Next Friday, and then they did this. And then you had Friday After Next, and then this film I've never seen, and I had never even heard of, called Janky Promoters. Feel free to look it up. I didn't know anything about it. All those movies, I would say this is my favorite, and then Next Friday, with these two working together. And yeah, I thought they had some good chemistry with each other. The R rating helps because you didn't have to neuter anything. You don't have to hold back. You can let it flow. You might have talking about, I'm talking about money so tall, all the bitches want to fall. One scene is when they get this bad guy, and Mike Epps is talking shit to this bad guy and making fun of his hair. You will never find a hairline like mine. I bet when you have to salute, you gotta go, yes, sir! I can't do the jokes well. You have to see the film. See, that's what's hard about reviewing comedies is that you're trying to redo the joke, which trained professionals, they know how to do the joke. But I just love that. I bet you have to salute. You gotta go, yes, sir! Uh, you don't have a forehead. You have a five head. See, you don't have dreams. You have movies. How big the guy's head is. And then again, for an R-rated film, there's some brutal stuff to it. I mean, for an R-rated, for a comedy, there's some brutal stuff to it. Like the guy they have, his arm's been shot before, so he has this like metal with screws, and they take a Ice Cube and Mike Epps take a screwdriver and screw his arm to torture him to make him talk. Which that's not something I've seen normally in a comedy, let alone any movie, like being tortured that way. I love like Mike Epps. He has the screwdriver and he's acting like a microphone. Hello, what are you doing say? Channel 6, reporting live. With the screwdriver, and even when they try to fight each other, and Mike Epps just can't fight, so he's just swinging his arms, and even his Evan Mendes is like, "Baby, you can't fight, just don't go, and just let her go." And he bites Ice Cube, and Ice Cube, you bite my nipple again, I'll kill you. Some things happen. They get to this point where they go to this one house. Uh, they find this dead woman in a tub. Uh, Mike Epps is stealing stuff. He's like, "Why are you stealing from a dead woman?" She's like, "She ain't complaining. She don't give a fuck." And they find the diamonds. The Eva Mendes gets kidnapped. They go. You have this sequence in the not junkyard, a dog track. I don't know why I thought junkyard. A dog track. You get a little bit of car chase. And this car chase works better to me than the fucking one in Ride Along 2, where in the middle of Ride Along 2, the car chase, in the middle of the car chase, it turns to a fucking video game. Because Kevin Hart likes video games, so it turns to a fucking video game. I like it much more here, where it's more to the point, and you even get some nice practical stuff where the bad guy has a bazooka, and they gotta turn the car, and the bazooka misses them, and you have like a POV or like a camera on top of the missile, and it blows up a vehicle, practical style, no CGI or CG enhancements. I do like when they have a little argument fight, and Ice Cube's like, "Why don't you quit, huh? Quit again. How about you quit again after that, huh? Just keep quitting." And I was saying at the end, like when the bad guy shoots his own woman, really brutal headshot. That's a more brutal headshot than in Sylvester Stallone's bullet to the head. And this is a fucking comedy. I miss comedies like this. I really do. That wasn't just fucking shot jock humor of fart jokes and shit jokes and piss jokes and fart jokes and being cop blockers and being, have pussy farts or all of that bullshit. It's funny because the characters are funny and because the dialogue is funny and the cast have good chemistry with each other. Oh, another thing that made me laugh is when everything's fine. Ice Cube's like, I hate to do this, man. I gotta arrest you because they're coming. And Mike Epps just talking shit to Ice Cube. God hate ugly. and you an ugly motherfucker. See, you come because you want my girl. You want my girl. But it all works out at the end of the film. I agree with Chicago Tribune. Epps and Cube have an explosively funny chemistry. I agree. Much better chemistry between these two than Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. And that's what sucks when you go back and look at history, is that a film like this, completely forgotten, not on Blu-ray at all, didn't do well when it came out. I mean, it cost 15, made 25, so I don't know if you'd call that a flop, but it wasn't much of a big hit. No one talks about this film. No one remembers this film. It's completely forgotten. But yet, Ride Along 1 and 2, which thankfully I didn't see in the theaters. Fuck that. I rented them at the video store. I paid, like, for both of them, 50 cents total. The deals no longer go on, but there was a deal at the video store. Like 25 cents a piece. And they fucking sucked, man. Sucked ass. And they made $100 million a piece. And they have Blu-rays. But this doesn't have a Blu-ray and didn't make any money. But yet, to me, it's a better, at least the direction has a little bit of style. Granted, it's like MTV style, but more style than Guy Ride On 1 and 2 had. These guys are funnier together. It's R-rated, so they don't have to neuter stuff. They don't have to, it's a real bona fide R-rated comedy. And Mike Epps, I think, is a funnier, more talented guy than Kevin Hart. But yet Kevin Hart is the one getting all these roles. Go figure. I think there's a lot. See, the thing with Kevin Hart, I think there's a lot of people more talented than Kevin Hart. I even would say Marlon Wayans is more talented than Kevin Hart. He just should not be doing fucking haunted house movies and fucking Little Mans. I think Mike Epps is more talented than Kevin Hart. I think Orlando Jones is more talented than Kevin Hart. But what can you do? Life ain't fair. But anyway, all about the Benjamin's very entertaining film, very fun and funny movie. If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a while, and you like comedies, and you want to see a good version of Ride Along 1 and 2, you want to see them done the right way, check this out. Again, there's a 4-pack you can get, but they're like double-sided disc. So if you don't care, you can get this in a 4-pack with Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next. Or if you want this by itself, I found this on eBay, brand new, never opened, for like $5 or something. So anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.